morning. Today's topic is debit card and credit card. Yesterday we discussed what is exactly the fund transfer and how we different methods of fund transfer we are using these days. And today we will discuss about debit cards and credit cards, the history about the debit card and credit card, how they evolved, and how many types of debit cards are there, how many types of credit cards are there, what is the difference between debit card and credit card, how they functions, right? And this is how they functions and what is the difference these days between using a debit card and credit card, the benefits and of using debit card or credit card that we will compare as well, right? This is the today's topic we are going to discuss. A few years ago, it was easy to tell the difference between credit card and debit card because we were using debit card only for withdrawal of money from ATM. Right? Years ago, we were using debit card only for withdrawal. The single use we were using withdrawal of money from debit card, and the credit card we were using for shopping, not for withdrawal of money. Right? This was very easy to differentiate between credit card and debit card if we talk about 5-6 years ago. Right? You used debit card at the ATM with the personal identity, with the PIN normally. But today, both types of cards carry familiar credit company logos. Both can be swiped at checkout, means you can purchase using a debit card on any store. You can swap the debit card as well. You can purchase fuel on outlets using a debit card. You can purchase online anything using a debit card, and almost similar to credit card. It looks almost similar to credit card right now. And debit card is basically a plastic card which provides an alternative payment method to cash when making purchases. Right? Instead of cash, we can pay using debit card. We have a PIN, right, personal identification number, that we enter any checkout location. Right? And nowadays we are paying using e-transfer and using the mobile apps and using the mobile wallets and all. We have discussed all these things. But initially, debit card was the first alternative came up with the cash instead of the check and draft. Right? And functionally, it can be called an electronic check. As I said, debit card was the first alternative of cash or check or draft. Basically, cash, we can say the alternative of the cash, as the funds are withdrawn directly from either the bank account or from the remaining balance of the card. Right? Bank account or remaining balance of the card. Whenever we purchase from using a debit card or we withdraw money using a debit card, the accounts debited directly. If we have a balance of 20,000 rupees and we are purchasing and shopping of 5,000, the balance will remain 15,000 immediately. It doesn't take any time. There is no waiting time. It will take 2 days or 3 days or 24 hours to debit the account. No. Immediately the account will be debited. It is also known as bank card or check card. Bank card or check card, the debit card. In some places it is known as bank card or check card. Debit cards can also allow for instant withdrawal of cash. As we are using, the primary use of debit card was instant withdrawal of cash from ATM machines. Now we are using debit card for purchasing on different physical stores as well as on online purchasing. Right, ATM card, it is used for the withdrawal of cash from ATM's card for withdrawal cash and as a check card. Merchants can also offer cashback facilities to customers where a customer can withdraw cash along with their purchase. Right. This is These are the different initially. We know about Visa and Mastercard, Mastercard, two types of the debit card providers companies initially were there. Now we have in India RuPay card is also there. That is Indian Association, and it is providing debit card, right? And now credit card also. The RuPay card is there, right? RuPay card. Initially we have Visa card and Mastercard, and the name, the 16-digit number, credit card number, debit card number is there. 16 digits. Embossed card numbers starts with 4. The first 4 digits repeated above or below the embossed card number. Here, the first 4 digits. And right, and then we have, these are the old cards basically. We don't have such V and all now. Flying V, no flying V. This is the initial Visa card, right? Whereas we all, every one of you may be carrying debit card, right? And it is used instead of a check to make purchase anywhere Visa is accepted. It is used instead of a credit card to pay bills such as utilities, insurance, car payments, online and offline on the machines, checkout machines, and online as well, right? You own the payment gateways. Points of sale funds are drawn from primary checking account. PIN system is for security, right? Normally 4-digit PIN every credit card provider is using. Change your PIN at any merchant bank branch, like the branch, and no annual fee debit card. Normally banks are taking fee also if you are not maintaining your balance on the account, because debit card every bank issue against your saving account number or current account, your saving account or current account, any account number. But there are rules and regulations. If you are not maintaining your balance, the minimum balance, or not for using your card for shopping, then you may have to pay some fee as well. Otherwise they are saying that there is no fee for debit cards. Types of debit cards: we have online debit cards, offline debit card, prepaid debit card, electronic purse card, cards for mail, telephone, and internet use. Different types of debit cards are there, right? One thing is clear: debit card means you have some money in your account, or in case of electronic purse card, you have money refilled on your card chip, not an account, in your card chip. In case of that electronic, we will discuss one by one, right? Online debit card and offline debit card, right? Online debit cards require electronic authorization of every transaction. Every time you have to enter a PIN number, right? The debits are reflected in user's account immediately. If you have withdrawn the 5,000 rupees from your account, it will reflect immediately on your account. In case of online debit cards, getting the point? The transaction may be additionally secured with the personal identification number, PIN, authentication system. First thing is, you personally go to the ATM and then withdraw the money. For withdrawing the money, additional you need that card, ATM card. Additional security is the PIN, personal identification number, right? That is, you can say, secure, highly secure. PIN. Who knows your PIN only then withdraws the money using their card. One difficulty in using online debit cards is the necessity of an electronic authorization device at point of sale. A device is needed. Authorization device. Whenever you swap your card for shopping or for fuel purposes, your operator takes card from you and it enters the amount you have to pay. Then the message, it says authorization, receiving authorization. That is the point. The authorization is necessary. That authorization comes with when we enter the PIN, right? And sometimes also a separate PIN pad to enter the PIN, although this is becoming commonplace for all card transactions in many countries. The PIN is necessary. Banks in some countries such as Canada and Brazil only issue online debit cards. They are not issuing any other debit cards. We are talking about online debit cards only. We need authorization for use of the debit cards. Right? Banks in some countries, right? In the United Kingdom, Solo and Visa Electrons are examples of online debit cards, which are typically issued by banks to customers whom the bank does not want to go over under the circumstances, for example, under ATS. Right? This is basically in these countries. Second is offline debit card. Offline debit cards have the logo of major credit cards or major debit cards, as I said, Visa and Master, Maestro, and other are used at the point of sale like a credit card. Offline debit cards. These types of debit cards may be subject to a daily limit and or a maximum limit. Daily limit, maybe 20,000 daily limit equal to the current checking account balance from which it drawn from, right? The United Kingdom transactions conducted with the offline debit cards requires 2-3 days to be reflected on users' account balances. It takes 2-3 days to reflect the transactions on debit cards account. Getting the point? This is the one difference between online and offline debit cards. In case of online debit cards, it reflects immediately. The transactions done will reflect immediately, right? But in case of offline, it takes 2 to 3 days to reflect transactions. Prepaid debit cards, also called, the third one is prepaid debit card. Prepaid debit cards, also called reloadable debit cards. That is, or reloadable prepaid cards, are often used for recurring payments. You are loading them with the payments. The payer loads funds to the cardholder's card account. Particularly for US-based companies with a large number of payment recipients abroad. Large numbers of companies having payment recipients or employees working abroad. Prepaid debit cards allow the delivery of international payments without the delays and fees associated with international checks and bank transfer. There is no fee if you are loading on international debit cards, the other prepaid debit cards. Right? First the money is loaded on the card, then you can purchase. Right? And the next is and used by the international companies and to save the amount going on the international checks or bank transfers. Right? Electronic purse card, smart card based electronic purse system. Smart card based electronic purse system, smart card, in which value is stored on the card chip. The value or the amount available is stored on card chip. Right? It is stored on card chip, not in an externally recorded account, so that machines accepting the card need no network connectivity, because no connectivity is required because the money available is stored on the card chip itself. Right? Offline, the money is stored on the card chip and no need of internet connectivity. Getting the point? Were tried throughout Europe from the mid-90s, most notably in Germany, these electronic purse cards. The difference is, like a loadable card, the money is stored on the card chip itself. Getting the point? Now next is advantages and disadvantages. Advantages and disadvantages of these cards. Advantages: a consumer who is not credit worthy, that is of debit cards. Advantages of debit cards: a consumer who is not credit worthy and may find it difficult or impossible to obtain a credit card can more easily obtain a debit card. To be even today, you are applying for a credit card, you have to prove your income, right? And if you are a salaried or a self-employed, and you are able to prove your income and your credit worthiness is good with other banks or financial institutions, only then you can get a credit card for shopping and all. But in the debit card you can get easily, right, on your saving account on any bank, and you will use the money, you will be using the money saved on your account only. No credit will be provided by the bank. Use of a debit card is limited to the existing funds in the account to which it is linked. Availability of the funds in the linked account. Only if you have 20,000 rupees saved in your account, the linked account of your debit card, you can use only 20,000 rupees. There is no limit, credit limit provided by banks in case of debit cards. For most transactions, a check card can be used to avoid check writing together. In case of shopping, right, this is the advantage. Avoiding check writing, you can get a card for your saving account or other account. Like credit cards, debit cards are accepted by merchants with less identification. Right? Like a credit card which charges higher fees and interest rates when a cash advance is obtained, a debit card may be used to obtain cash from an ATM or a PIN based transaction at no extra charges other than a foreign ATM fee. Right? Because it's your money and you can withdraw without any charges. But now banks has imposes taxes if you are using HDFC ATM card, debit card on SBI or PNB ATMs, right? They maybe charge you if you are using very frequently, more than 5 times or 10 times. It depends on the bank to bank. In other banks ATMs, the charges are there. Right? Now in India the scenario has been changed, and disadvantages are, but still the charge there will be no interest if you are withdrawing the money. In case of credit card, if you are withdrawing the money, if you are using your credit card, very high interest rate will charged by banks, right? And disadvantages are some banks are now charging over limit fee or non-sufficient funds fees based upon pre-authorization. As I said, if there is non-sufficient funds fee, banks are charging. Many merchants mistakenly believe that amounts what can be taken from a customer's account after a debit card or number has been presented. In some countries, debit cards offer lower levels of security protection than credit cards. This may be in some countries. In India, I don't think so. Security protections are equal for both. The next is credit card, right? Credit card. We were talking about the debit cards and how we use the debit card and how we can get a debit card. What are the benefits of debit card and what are the disadvantages of a debit card, right? And now we will discuss about the credit card. A credit card is part of a system of payments named after the small plastic card issued to users of the system. It is a card and entitling its holder to buy goods and services based on the holder's promise to pay for these goods and services. That is, if your bank is issuing you a credit card and banks give you some credit limit, it may be 40,000, initially, or 50,000 or 1 lakh or 2 lakh or 3 lakhs. It depends upon your past credit history, right, and your credit worthiness. And suppose you need not to deposit money initially. In the gist, if you are using a credit card of 1 lakh rupees credit limit, and you are using around 50,000 rupees monthly, and you are paying monthly bills of the credit cards, whole amount you choose. That is, suppose you have used 30,000 rupees and you paid it to the bank when you receive the credit card bill. Definitely you are not charged by bank any extra interest or anything for a particular month cycle. Cycle may be for the 20 days to 50 days around. Maximum time 20 to 50 days. Right. Suppose your billing cycle is on 15th of a month. 15th of a month, and your bill will be generated on the 15th of the month, and 16th or 17th you are purchasing something, and bill will be generated on the 15th of the month, and you have to pay within 20 days by 5th of the next month. That is 20 days are there to pay. 20 days you are getting to pay. That is minimum 20 days you are getting to pay. You have done purchasing of 15th or 14th, and you have to pay by 5th of the next month. That is minimum time you are, minimum interest free period. Minimum interest free period you are getting to pay to the bank is 20 days. And your bill will be generated on 15th, and next day 16th you are purchasing using the credit card, and bill for that 16th purchase will be generated on next month 15th, and you will get 20 days to pay it. That is total 50 days of period you are getting to pay the credit card bills without paying any interest to the bank. Right? If you are paying on time, then it is useful. Means you can use your credit card for 1 month, 20 to 50 days advance shopping without paying any interest. Right? Even today we are receiving 1.5% cashback on most of the shoppings, and most of the shoppings we are doing through that, doing through that credit card. That is one extra benefit you are getting, 1.5% cashback benefit. Right? So the issuer of the card grants a line of credit to the consumer, as I said, maybe 40, 50, 100, 1 lakh or whatever, from which the user can borrow money from that credit for payment to a merchant or as a cash advance to the user. Right? And a credit card is different from a charge card, where a charge card requires the balance to be paid in full each month. In contrast, full each month, charge card. In credit cards, allow the consumers to revolve their balance at the cost of heavy interest charge. That is, if you are not paying your full bill, then you have to pay interest for the remaining amount. It is not compulsory to pay full bill month by month, but if you are not paying some amount, you have to pay interest on remaining amount in case of credit cards. Most credit cards are issued by local banks or credit unions and are the shape and size specified by ISO 7810 standard. Shape and size ISO 7810 standard. This is the credit card, and this is a typical credit card. Right? Initial 4 digits, first 4 digits printed below the embossed number, and these country and company code, these 4 digits are. Right? Credit card type. The next 2 digits are partnered, secondary card, company card, whatever it is. This is Mastercard company. Right? Mastercard company. This is the hologram of the bank, issuing bank, maybe SDFC, SBI, PNB, whatever. Company logo, the card card company logo. This is bank's logo, showing bank's logo. Right? No character nowadays. We have a expiry limit date. Here the first and last name of the card holder, first and last name of the card holder, and it is expiry date. Right? This is the typical credit card. Right? 16 digit credit card, 16 digits total. 16 digit credit cards. Working process. How it works: when a purchase is made, the credit card user agrees to pay the card issuer. Right? The card holder indicates his or her consent to pay by signing a receipt with a record of the card details. Now we are not signing any receipt, and indicating the amount to be paid, or by entering a personal identification. We are using a PIN. Almost we are also now in the contactless payment era. I have a credit card and I can pay up to 2000 without entering the PIN, without any contact. Also, many merchants now accept verbal authorizations via telephone and electronic authorization using internet, known as card holder not present. This is not happening nowadays. We are using a PIN, or we are paying. We are using receiving OTP in case of online transactions and all. If you are doing online payment or purchasing something and paying in advance by the debit card or credit card, we receive one-time password OTP, and when we on our registered mobile numbers with the bank, only then banks confirms the payment. That is basically the security system, right? Electronic verification systems allow merchants to verify that the card is valid. Their OTP works again. We are using our PIN, we are using our OTP, double authentication for security. The verification is performed using a credit card payment terminal or point of sale system with the communications linked to the merchant's acquiring bank. Right? Card is obtained from a magnetic strip or chip on the card. Chip and strip, magnetic strip, they stores information. Information is stored, right? And about the interest charges, different banks are charging different interest. Credit card issuers usually waive interest charges if the balance is paid in full each month. That is, you are paying the balance every month. You are paying your every month bill, right? Then there will be no interest will be charged, as I explained, for the 20 days or for the 50 days. Right? But typically we'll charge full interest on the entire outstanding balance. Suppose you received on 15th of the month the bill of 30,000 rupees, and you have to pay by 5th of the next month, and you paid only 20,000 and remaining outstanding balance in 10,000. Now bank will charge interest on 10,000 rupees, right? From the date of each purchase if the total balance is not paid. Getting the point? This is basically the case of the interest. If you are not paying, the amount not paid. Benefits to customers: due to intense competition in credit card industry, credit card providers offer incentives such as frequent flash points, like I'm saying that cashback, 1.5% of the cashback I'm receiving on my card. Similarly, other banks may be providing cashbacks, higher cashbacks, maybe 5%, 2%, maybe variable on different shoppings. If you are purchasing apparel using a credit card, you may be getting 5% of the cashback. And in case of some other commodities, you may be getting 2% of the cashback. So these are the benefits. And gift certificates, cashbacks, 1% based on total purchase, or maybe more, as I said, low interest credit cards. Low interest credit, even 0% interest credit cards are available. That may be on your relations with the bank and what bank policies, your credit worthiness, and all a lot of things are involved about the what percentage of interest bank is charging from you, right? And grace period. A credit card's grace period is the time the customer has to pay the balance before interest is charged to the players. Right? Grace periods vary, but usually range from 20 to 40 days, as I said, 20 to 50 days, depending on the type of credit card and the issuing bank. If a customer is late paying, the balance finance charges will be calculated and the grace period does not apply. If you are not paying within time, I just said the bill generated on the 15th of the month, this month, and you have to pay the amount by 5th of the next month. 20 days of grace period you are getting, right? 20 days of grace period, and then after paying 20 days, the interest will be charged, right? This is benefits of merchants. You can, if we are paying credit card charges on time, credit card payments on time, then there is no issue. It means it's good. We are using credit card, pay on time within a cycle, within the payment cycle, within the grace period, and it will be beneficial. Otherwise, we have to pay heavy interest on your credit card payments. Right? This is for the day. Thank you very much.